Cut the check and pay me what you want me. No more pants can talk, nah, nah, nah. No more pants can talk, blah, blah, nah. Cut the check and pay me what you want me. No more pants can talk, nah, nah, nah. No more pants can talk, blah, blah, blah. You stole us, you sold us, you owe us. It's my money and I want it now. It's my money and I can spend it high. You pocket watching, stop pocket watching. Cause my pocket's popping. You watch us get raided and you watch us get slaved. Now watch us get paid. Cut the check and pay me what you owe me. No more pants can talk, nah, nah, nah. No more pants can talk, nah, nah, nah. Cut the check and pay me what you owe me. No more pants can talk, nah, nah, nah. No more pants can talk, blah, blah, blah. You stole us, you sold us, you owe us. It's my money and I want it now. It's my money and I can spend it high. You pocket watching, stop pocket watching. Cause my pocket's popping. You watch us get raided and you watch us get slaved there. Now watch us get paid. You stole us, you sold us, you owe us. It's my money and I want it now. It's my money and I can spend it how. You pocket watching, stop pocket watching. Cause my pocket's popping. You watch us get raided and you watch us get slaved now. Now watch us get paid.
Let's get a 004 in the super chat, dial 99. Thank you very much. Early. I understand it's a late live. I couldn't go a whole day without a live. I ain't gonna lie. So, you know, anyway. So, Gilly, peace to you. I wanted to finish up where I was at. Just had some bad days. Dig. All right. So the question is, why Pan-Africanists often downplay Africa's role in the transatlantic slave trade, and why lineage-based groups, freedmen, ADOS, FBA, keep hammering on the word trade. TRADE. Slave trade. Gotta remind these guys. So I came up with five reasons why they might downplay Africa's role in the transatlantic slave trade. One could be emotional identity protection. Admitting Africa sold captives feels like betrayal of the motherland and undermines romanticized Pan-African unity. Another reason could be political utility. Pan-Africanism depends on framing Africa as purely victim of Europe, acknowledging complicity risks, weakening solidarity. Another reason could be semantic shielding by saying stolen, kidnapped, captured, or we were took. Okay, using those words, Pan Africanists try to place all guilt on Europeans. This word choice avoids admitting that African elites were active suppliers. Strategic deflection is another reason. Some believe that stressing Africa's role gives racists ammo to say, see, your own people sold you. So instead of engaging with that nuance, they deny or soften it. And the last reason could be religious moral argument. Some Pan Africanists argue African enslavement was different, domestic, non chattel, and therefore Africans couldn't have sold anyone. Only Europeans invented true slavery. That becomes their loophole until today. Okay, so when you ask a Pan Africanist, right? When you ask a Pan Africanist, hey, did Africans sell black people to Europeans? They will avoid answering this question, this direct question with a yes or no, and they will turn it into a 400-year history lesson of Africa under siege. Okay, family, that's avoidance, not clarity. Yes, Arabs exploited Africa because they're going to go there. Yes, Europeans built the Atlantic slave trade because they're going to go there. But here's the hard truth: African elites did sell captives to Europeans. And that's why it was called the transatlantic slave trade. Okay. So denying that role doesn't unify us. It just confuses us. It confuses our history. It makes us not learn our history correctly. They don't care. They'll rewrite history no different than a white man. Okay. So Pan-Africanists will say Africans were also victims of external forces, and the context was complex. They'll change the subject, romanticize Africa, and redirect the blame entirely to outsiders, Islam, Christianity, Europe, while never directly answering the question, did Africans sell us to Europeans? Real simple. Nope. They'll talk about Africa had been under siege for 400 years by Islam and Christianity, the Islamic slave trade, sub-Saharan Arab trade introduced tribute systems. They'll say Europeans redirected an already existing traffic. Africans were captured as pagans or prisoners of war. Okay, African rulers and elites sold captives to Europeans for goods at the coast, naming Dahomey, Asante, Oyo, Congo, etc., who built economies on slave exports. So, acknowledging the well documented exchanges of captives for guns, liquor, textiles, and cowries, they'll frame it into a siege narrative to absolve African agency. Satchel Ohio, Mandalorian. Let's get it, Red Size Woman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We late. We late. But we're going to get it in. Okay, so the bottom line is that there are mountains of primary sources, ship logs, European trade records, and African oral histories that record Africans selling captives at ports like Elmina, Wida, and Bani. The Homie Kings openly admitted their role, and chiefs in Ghana and Benin apologized in 1999 and 2006 for their ancestors' involvement. That's historical fact. Okay. The Arab slave trade was real and predates the Atlantic system, but the existence of an earlier trade doesn't erase the fact that African rulers still captured and sold people directly to Europeans once the Atlantic trade started. They'll say Arabs started it. And that's like joining a criminal heist and telling the feds you didn't come up with the idea to avoid punishment. The Atlantic slave trade still required African middlemen. All right. If they don't get involved, it doesn't happen. Okay, this is important. All right. So some will say, where's my charger? Okay. Some will say when the Portuguese and Spanish took over, they just redirected the traffic. They just took the steering wheel. That's a flaw. Okay, Europeans didn't just redirect, take the steering wheel. They built coastal forts and negotiated directly with African rulers who supplied captives from inland wars. The traffic didn't exist in Atlantic form until Africans began selling captives at the coast to European ships. This was not just a rerouting of Arab trade, it was a new, massive commercial system. 12.5 million shipped across the Atlantic, with African kingdoms like Dahomey building state economies on it. They'll say Africans weren't selling each other. It was context of war, pagans and prisoners of war. BS. That's cap. That's exactly what selling Africans means. Okay? Those captives, whether POWs, debtors, or rivals, pagans, whatever, were still sold to Europeans. So changing the label doesn't erase the fact of the trade. That's the bottom line. The trade. Every slaving society justified enslavement as war captives. Romans did it, Arabs did it, Europeans did it, Africans did it, and now Pan Africans are doing it. So justification doesn't erase participation. They'll claim the majority of us are here because our ancestors were pagans considered to capture. Okay? Cap. This religious framing obscures the fact that African rulers made active economic choices. They didn't simply hand over pagans, they negotiated contracts, collected taxes, and demanded payment in guns and goods. So it wasn't just religious justification, it was a business model. Ports like Ouida, Ouida, and Bani had slave markets where Africans sold captives at set prices. All right. They captured folks and had price tags on them. Basically, they had the first Walmart. Seriously, they had, they had the first Walmart. Urban Commute, Babe, Rodriguez, Will Yesharon. Check this out. So why do Pan-Africanists use this dodge? Why don't they just admit the trade? Why they say stolen, kidnapped, took, captured? Is to preserve a romanticized Mother Africa unity, to avoid giving racist ammo. Your people sold you, dude. To reframe slavery as only European Arab aggression, erasing African complicity. They'll say, we weren't stolen, we were traded for goods. That's foolish. Africans stole us and then sold us. Okay? So, stolen, the reason why they use stolen and leave it there is because it implies Europeans invaded Africa en masse. That's a historical falsehood. The Portuguese, Dutch, and English had less than 30 coastal forts total. They lacked manpower to penetrate the interior. Africans, Dahomey, Ashanti, Yoruba, Congo Kingdom, etc., supplied captives to Europeans in exchange for guns, liquor, textiles, K2, scissor, and fentanyl. It was a trading system. It wasn't a stolen system. Okay, this wasn't Ocean 11 where they stole something. All right, up to my Europeans. This was a trading system. Africans and Europeans worked together. They set up a multi-membership LLP, joint venture, Dame Dash, Def Jam, Steve Stout, a distribution deal. Right, but they definitely were in business together. They had a all right. So I think we covered most of that. Yeah, so Europeans definitely paid custom fees, issued receipts, and kept ledgers with African middlemen. Those records use the language of commerce, such as sold for, exchange, cargo. Okay, so the Moors, Arabs, and Europeans had overlapping roles, but the Atlantic trade literally depended on African suppliers. So both can be true. European created the global market and profited most. African elite supply captives. All right. So whether you call it captive, prisoner, stolen, kidnapped, capture, or took, the fact remains Africans exercise ownership power by selling captives. When Dahomey exchanged POWs for muskets, that was a transaction. So Europe needed Africa's participation. Without African middlemen, they could not have shipped 12 plus million people. Dahomey Asante Yoruba kingdoms ran economies based on slave exports. Benin, 1999, and Ghana, 2006 chiefs have apologized for their ancestors' involvement. The Atlantic system was trade. Captives were stolen in intra-African wars. That means Africans did it, but sold and exported in transactions. Okay, so they want to deny this Pan-Africanist because it protects a romanticized Africa the victim narrative. So when Pan-Africanists say we were stolen, not traded, they're shifting the blame to Europeans alone. Sick. And avoiding Africa's collaboration. Africans were stolen locally by Africans and they were exported globally through organized trade with the Europeans. And that's why history calls it the transatlantic slave trade. So had to be a little redundant to beat it in your head. Okay. We're setting up a situation for a reparations claim. All right. So Taya Tay Carter, peace to you. And yes, we got a new song. All right. So it's not finished. Um, so what I played tonight isn't necessarily it's gonna be the finished product. It could change, but you'll get the gist of it where I'm going. All right. Okay. So did Africans sell other Africans? So there's overwhelming documentary evidence from European logs, African oral accounts, and enslaved Africans like Olaudah Equiano, confirming that Africans captured and sold rivals, war captives, debtors, and even criminals to Europeans. Even African rulers like King Alfonso the First, or no, yeah, the first of Congo, 1526 letters to Portugal complain about his own people selling subjects illegally to the Portuguese. That's not Europeans storming villages and stealing people, kidnapping, taking people. Uh, nope, that's African elites participating. The Pan-Africanists suggest we can't trust European records because they were written by enslavers. All right, but they ignore corroborating evidence from African rulers' letters, Congo, Dahomey, enslaved Africans' autobiographies, Equiano, Otoba, Kugoano, physical slave force, Elmina, Cape Coast Castle, built specifically for holding captives sold to Europeans, archaeological evidence and ship logs, documented cells, multiple independent sources, African, European, and Afro-Diasporic, say the same thing. African elites engaged in trade with the Europeans. There's no way to run to. This is true. Where there is consensus across sources, it cannot simply be dismissed as bias or the Europeans wrote it. It was written by the enslavers. It's misleading to claim Europeans forced them. No European army occupied Dahomey in the 17th century. Dahomey actively expanded his wars to capture slaves precisely because of the profits from the trade. So Dahomey's kings admitted openly that the slave trade was their economy. King Gezo, early 1800s, said, "The slave trade is the ruling principle of my people. It is the source and the glory of their wealth." African states like Dahomey, Ashanti, and Oyo increased slave raids because Europeans created a high demand market. They weren't forced, they exploited the situation. Okay, so I did all that. Did all that. I ain't gonna read it no more. Okay. Yeah, so Equiano wrote, I was kidnapped by Africans, not by Europeans. That's first-hand testimony. Other narratives, Ignatius Sancho Otoba Cugoano also confirmed African elites sold captives, often for liquor, textiles, guns, fentanyl. Okay, so Papa, so if they try to argue, Africans were coerced because Europeans had advanced weapons. But in the 1500s to 1700s, Europeans didn't militarily control Africa. Most stayed on the coast. So can't have that. Africans negotiated willingly, traded captives for goods. There were power dynamics, yes, but not European occupation. Let's see. Oh, for 300 years, the transatlantic slave trade was sustained by African capture and sale of Africans, not European raids inland. Okay, so the Pan African admits the truth here without realizing it when they just stick with history. Okay, but the bottom line is that we learned way back then that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. All right, hold on 1 second. Carrie Wright, they have pictures or drawings showing who did the hunting of other tribes. Wow. Carrie, let me give you a wrench, right? Make you a moderator. Welcome to the channel. Please put the link for that. Okay. Mm. So if Africans didn't see each other as kin, they sold others. That's what they did. And they're doing it now. They don't see us as kin, and that's why it's easy for them to come to America, do their own thing, and get in our way of reparations and just build nothing with us. Okay. So now I pointed out that Africans definitely sold us to Europeans, wasn't Europeans selling us to each other. So now let me play one of their tethers, explaining two different type of reparations in his presentation, punitive and moral. So what we're asking for right now is moral reparations from Africa. Like you did us wrong, Avant. You did me wrong. We thought you were true. You ran out. You kicked us out of Africa. So I'm so through with you. All right. So you did us wrong. Screw that. We got to come with a bag. Provide some land for us, and maybe we can talk. Maybe we can talk. But set aside some land, all right? And might want some homes on top of that land. Some cows and something on top of that land. But check this out: moral reparations. Here from a coon himself.
There's been what's referred to as moral-based reparations and then punitive reparations. So on a moral side, what that basically means is you did something wrong to me. And because you did something wrong to me, you have a desire to make the situation right, to repair the situation.
Repair it.
And as a result of that, you've decided, because of either I've persuaded you or begged you or convinced you, to basically give me repair, right? So that's what's referred to as moral-based reparations. And then there's punitive reparations. Punitive reparations typically.
Okay. So moral-based reparations is what we're seeking right now. Okay, like I said, you did us wrong. We thought you were true. You kicked us out of your life. So now we should throw you. All right. Right. But that's what I said for right now. Like we're giving them, we giving, this is what I'm saying. Moral reparations. We're giving them a chance just to say, you know what? You're right. We did you wrong. We thought you were true. Here. Okay. So we're giving them a chance to make it right. Because once we come after them, it ain't gonna be nice. It ain't gonna be nice. So we're giving them a chance. Hey, do right by us. Take that dual citizenship and some land with some cows on it. You know, we can talk. Oh, Mawali. All right. All right. Okay. So let me see where we at. Where are we at? All right. So let's go on. Here's the important part. Okay. So while Europe and the Americas built massive wealth from slavery, we, family, cannot ignore the role African states, okay, elites and intermediaries, dang, I can't even read, intermediaries play in capturing, selling, and profiting from our ancestors. Okay, the transatlantic slave trade was not a one-sided European project like Pan-Africans want us to believe. It was a collaborative system with African rulers negotiating, waging wars, and delivering human cargo for guns, textiles, rum, K2, fentanyl. If we, the descendants of the enslaved, are owed reparations from the United States, and you know we are, for its exploitation, then by moral consistency, we also have a claim against Africa for initiating and facilitating our forced displacement. Reparations are about accountability, and Africa must be accountable as well. Okay. African states were active participants. Okay, we got to be real. Historical evidence, kingdoms such as Dahomey, Ashanti, and Oyo organized raids and wars to capture slaves for European traders. Okay, so they were the first ICE, but they were illegal. Okay, so these states grew wealthy and powerful by commodifying other people of the same, you know, skin folk. So without their cooperation, the trade could not have reached the scale it did. African elites traded millions of lives for European goods, millions, guns, alcohol, textiles, K2, fentanyl. This wasn't survival, it was statecraft and wealth accumulation at the expense of other melanated people. So foundation black Americans were not rescued from war captives. We were sold deliberately as property. If the U.S. owes black Americans for exploitation and systemic oppression, Africa states owe us for the initial betrayal and trafficking. Africans essentially acted as the first traffickers in the chain, selling us into centuries of bondage. Black Americans, we lost our language, we lost our culture, we lost identity, and you know, we lost everything important. Okay, so African rulers sold their descendants away permanently. This is not just economic harm, but cultural genocide facilitated by African states. Under modern international law, trafficking and crimes against humanity have no statute of limitations. Africa cannot claim moral innocence while simultaneously asking for Pan-African unity. Foundation Black Americans, we could press for a case through the African Union, AU, since they want to be involved with our reparations, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, or diplomatic forums. Many modern African states will celebrate the slave trading kings with monuments and festivals, e.g., Benin's commemoration and the Dahomey Amazons. These same governments often demand diaspora investment from Black Americans without reconciling their role in our dispossession. That gotta change. CARICOM, Pan-Africanism, and African leaders pushed for the reparations from Europe. CARICOM. No issue with that. But by the same principle, Foundation Black Americans are justified in demanding a reciprocal reckoning from Africa for its part in the transatlantic catastrophe. Okay, so if Africa wants to claim us as part of the diaspora, which they're desperately doing, then it must also accept its debt to us. You cannot sell us into slavery, profit off our ancestors' blood, erase our culture, and then centuries later say, "Welcome home, brother, long lost motherland." It's not working. Okay, without reparations or accountability, solidarity without repair is exploitation in disguise. All right, so Foundation Black Americans, we can argue that Africa's role in our historical injury is no exempt from reparations justice, even if politically inconvenient. It doesn't erase Europe's guilt, but it holds everyone accountable who participated in the trade. So, okay, let me see the chat talking about before I get started. Donnie Williams, Jim Crow had a hell of a run, baby, too. Quentin, peace. Diamond and gold. All right, sounds good. All right, all right. Let me just make sure we're on. Okay, we're on good time. Okay, so now here's some rebuttals that they just might say. They might say, "Hey, Africans, they thought they were selling prisoners of war into indentured servitude, not permanent chattel slavery to pick cotton." Okay, but many African rulers absolutely knew slavery meant dehumanization and forced labor because slavery existed in Africa itself, though in different forms. Okay, so they continued trading even after they saw captives shipped in chains, branded with hot irons, and never returning. They still kept sending and selling. By the 1600s, 1700s, the permanence and brutality of the system were obvious, yet trade continues. Ignorance is not a defense for propping off genocide. All right. Africans didn't control the system. We understand. Europeans did. We understand. So Africans, we say it was like middlemen. Okay, so that's all goofy. All right, so modern African governments can be held accountable for actions of long dead rulers. Mm. By that logic, the U.S. isn't responsible for slavery either, yet African nations demand reparations from Europe. Hmm. Interesting. All right. So let me play a little bit of the song. The new song is called "We Fight." Now this ain't the song can have a different beat. It can have a different uh different. It could be a downbeat, slow beat, down tempo, up tempo. I'm not sure just yet, but I wanted just to show y'all something. I just want to give y'all something. So it's called We See Mayweather right here, but here's a sneak. Let me make sure. No, that ain't it. Here's a sneak over here.
We fight, we really fight. From the morality wars, it was wars, it was wars, it was rising around, once but let on our rise. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary wars, civil wars, civil wars, it's about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars was about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars was about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars was about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did they ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. If it's all love, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars was about rights, we living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more.
Oh, you like that right? I like that right there. Timothy, and then came in the building and said, nah, he said, that's fire. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm working on that. Just wait till I add the lyrics to it. Let's get it. Another super chat. She said again, all right. You sent the super chat. I gotta play it again. Bang it around. Have to tell the tickers. All right. We really needed this. Yeah, this is like the sixth song, by the way. Like I gotta like might have my goal is to have an hour worth of music. So one live, I just can go live and just play music. You guys can be at work, working out, mowing the yard, washing dishes, yelling at kids, whatever. You have a whole hour to have your mind clear, right? And just, vibe out. Let's run that back.
We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars about what's below on our rise. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars is about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Wars was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did they ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. If it's all love, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil War, Civil Wars, was about whites, we living alright. We fight, we really fight. If it's all up, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all up, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all up, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all up, then we're asking you I like it more and more.
Yeah, so there you go. We fight. That's the latest one. And let's get back to the the case for reparations that we're fighting for. We're fighting for reparations, you dig? From Africa. All right. So, what else could a Pan-African say? Oh, to justify their role in slavery. Okay. So they'll say, okay, back to this. They'll say, wait, did I read that? Uh, okay. They'll say, hey, those Africans who sold you, they thought they were selling prisoners of war into indentured servitude, not permanent chattel slavery. And then our rebuttal is many African rulers absolutely knew slavery meant dehumanization and forced labor because slavery existed in Africa itself, though in different forms. They continued trading even after they saw captives shipped in chains, branded with hot irons, and never returning. So they knew what it was. By the 1600s and 1700s, the permanence and brutality of the system were obvious. Yet trade continued. Ignorance is not a defense for profiting off genocide. Family, these Europeans took us and brought us across the diaspora. Islands, Haiti, Brazil, whatever. Yeah, the United States of America, eventually. And they had free labor for hundreds of years to build their societies up, to build their countries up, to build their armies up, to be updated so fast in a short period of time. Okay. When they did that Berlin conference, because, Africans ain't seen them since. And remember, Africa has some fight in them, what I mean? Like, they could have put some damage in on Europeans that European act crazy at that time. But man, when they came back in 18, like what, 90 to Africa, when they came with those ships looking like what's that movie Troy? When they came back looking like Troy, that movie Troy, yeah, those Africans were shook, walking with their head down, scared to look, type shook. Yes, that's what you created. So they are literally those Africans, those foolish Africans are literally the reason why America and all these countries, European, Western European countries became superpowers. That slave trade did it because they had free labor. While those African leaders who traded us getting drunk, smoking fentanyl, white dudes came back like, all right, now roll over. Okay. So then they'll say this. They'll say, hey, man, the slave trade was a European creation. Africans were just middlemen under duress. Europeans could not penetrate inland Africa for centuries. They needed African kingdoms as partners. Dame Dash, uh, Cohen, Lear, what's his name? Cohen, Lear Cohen, type of deal. Africans controlled the capture, supply chains, and delivery to ports. This was active participation. active participation, not passive victimhood. If Europe was the buyer, Africa was still the seller. Both are guilty. Pay me what you owe me. Okay. So today's African nations, they'll say aren't responsible for what pre-colonial kings did. That sounds like some white supremacy stuff right there. What are some Charlie Kirk did stuff? Man, I wasn't even around. Those folks are dead. So, in other words, modern African governments can't be held accountable for actions of long dead rulers. Okay, so again, by that logic, the U.S. isn't responsible for slavery either. Yet African nations demand reparations from Europe. Yeah, so go get your money and get and funnel that money right to us. So reparations are about state continuity. Just as Germany pays Holocaust reparations and the U.S. paid reparations to Japanese Americans, modern states inherit both assets and liabilities. African nations still celebrate those rulers, profit from slavery tourism, and seek diaspora investments while ignoring repair. That's ongoing benefit, ongoing debt. Then they'll say, well, Africa was also victimized by Europe. They shouldn't owe reparations. Okay. Africa endured colonization. Great. But that doesn't erase their separate debt for selling foundational black Americans into slavery. You can be both a victim and a perpetrator. Example, some Jewish collaborators during World War II were still held accountable despite Nazi oppression. So Africa's claim against Europe doesn't cancel our claim against Africa. Both can exist. Okay. They'll say this. They'll get desperate. They'll get really desperate. They'll say demanding reparations from Africa undermines Pan-African solidarity. Unity without accountability is fake solidarity. If Africa truly wants diaspora unity, it must start with diaspora repair, not sweeping betrayal under the rug. No, sir. We're pulling that rug and we're shaking it. All that dust gonna fly out on that floor. Okay, because right now they look like another form of diaspora exploitation, where we give, but we never receive. All right. So just a quick recap. Africans were not innocent. They were co-architects of the slave trade. Ignorance is no defense. By 1700s, the brutality was undeniable, yet trade continued. Selling war captives for guns and alcohol was a continuous betrayal. Modern African states claim continuity for colonial reparations while denying continuity for slave trade accountability. Victims can also be perpetrators. Africa colonization doesn't erase straight trading role. I'm sorry. Africa's colonization doesn't erase its slave trading role. Diaspora unity without repair equals exploitation, not solidarity. Okay, so Pan-Africanists say we're all one big family, right? But what kind of family sells its children into slavery, erases their culture, and then centuries later asks them to invest in the homeland without ever repairing the damage? If Africa wants unity, it starts with honesty and reparations. So you can miss us when legal precision is required. Reparations in U.S. law, lineage clarity is not only appropriate, it's essential. Unity, language can unintentionally dilute standing for a U.S. specific claim. Stop with the unity. Pan-African cultural solidarity and a U.S. lineage specific reparations claim are not contradictions. One is a cultural coalition, the other is a legal remedy. So you can be an FBA Pan-Africanist and still get in this reparations claim. Okay. Um. so so some would say this: many transatlantic Arab polities, e.g., Dahomey oil, no longer exist as modern legal successors. Today's states were redrawn through colonial borders. They'll say U.S. courts generally cannot compel foreign states to pay. International courts require consent or treaty hooks that don't exist here. They can say century old acts, weak chains of custody, and lack of binding international obligations at the time of the acts. They can say truth and reconciliation commissions. No, 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 no. So that's what we go back to moral reparations. It's like, listen, we ain't got to do all that. If you are our brother, like you claim you are, like you always say you are when it benefits you, then go ahead and come out that damn pockets. That's right, Downey, that K2 and syrup and that Fenty pack. This diaspora exploitation around the host. Yeah, right. Until unity until reparations is paid. Right. Oh, I'm sorry. You said no unity until reparations. Yeah, exactly, man. We want to know where that check at. Where's that money? Matter of fact, speaking of money, Money Mayweather. One more time before we go.
We fight, we really fight. From the red that was, it was, it was, it was around, once but let on our rise. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil wars, it's about rights, but living our rights.
You're gonna appreciate this song way better when I put the lyrics next to the song because you can understand what they're saying. Let me see if I got any open lyrics. Hold on. Once you know what's being said, you're gonna appreciate the song that much more. And I'm gonna do these lyrics bigger than the cut the check lyrics. Okay. So we fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil rights was about whites belittling our rights. We fight, we really fight. Vietnam, race riots to hate violence, we fight, we really fight. That's the chorus, okay? And then it says, if it's all love, then why the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? Is it all love? Then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then why aren't you? No, it says, and the last one is, if it's all love, then we're asking you to act like it more and more. There we go. So if it's all love, then why the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? Is it all love? Then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you to act like it more and more. There we go. So those are lyrics. So think about the lyrics as I play it. Matter of fact, is there any way I can do the lyrics? Look, hold on. I'm gonna have the lyrics while I play it. Well, the ghetto way, not the official way. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. So y'all can read along. Somewhat.
We fight, we really fight. From the red that was, it was, it was, it was around, once but let on our rise. We fight, we really
My
fight.
fault. I'm trying to follow.
We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil wars, it's about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil wars, it's about rights, but living our rights. fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil War, Civil Rights was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Rights was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did they ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. If it's all love, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Rights was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more.
All right. So hopefully the lyrics we can read along made the song a little easier to put it on a t-shirt. At least not shmoney. So or uni or note, uni check ain't gonna change that. Anthem, FBA, you know, just being we fight every day. If it's all love, it was never about love. So yeah, it's right. That's why I say, yo, if it's all love, then why the diaspora war? Like, what's all this? We love you. Like, why the diaspora war then? Are we crazy? Marvin Royal, that shit, bro. All right. Yeah, wait till I add the lyrics on there. All right, one more time, because folks coming in late. Play one more time. Well, again, I ain't gonna say one more time. Again.
We fight.
Man, you see the lyrics right there.
Really fight.
Read the lyrics.
From the Revolutionary War, Civil War, Civil Rights around, once we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Rights was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Rights was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Rights was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Rights was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did they ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. If it's all love, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, Civil Rights was about rights, we're living our rights. We
All right, so I did have a different version, right? Because I was gonna say do a poll, which one you like better, but it turned out Braxton, the Snake Fiend piece. It turned out Yari like this one. That's why I didn't even do the other one. But but I had another version of this, and I was gonna ask y'all which one do you prefer? But I'm believing y'all gonna prefer this one. The other one is totally different. The other version is totally different. Did you want to hear the version? Now I got hella versions, but it came down to these two. Y'all want to hear the other version, or you got good with this one? Let me see what the chat gonna say. Do y'all want to hear the other version, or you good with just this one? Is this one good enough? The other one sounds totally different. It's a whole different sound. Ain't close at all. Just prepping you. All right. I mean, because the goal was to do a poll and say, hey, which one, song one or song two? All right. So I'm gonna play the second one. All right. If it's trash, just say it. Right? Because we go with this one then. But like I said, it sounds totally different. So I'm just prepping you. And we need to see those books, right? Telvin. So this is the other version. It again, I'm prepping you. This sounds nothing like the other ones. A whole different vibe.
We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, civil rights was about rights, building in our rights. We fight, we really fight. Vietnam raised riots to hate violence. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, civil rights was about rights, building in our rights. We fight, we fight, we really fight. Vietnam raised riots to hate violence. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, we're asking you, I like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, civil rights was about whites, spilling in our rights. We fight, we fight, we really fight. Vietnam raised riots to hate violence. We fight, we really fight. We really fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, civil rights was about whites, spilling in our rights. We fight, we really fight, we really fight. Vietnam raised riots to hate violence. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you, I like it more and more. If it's all love, then why the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you, I like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the Revolutionary War, civil rights was a right for the land and our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. Vietnam raised riots to hate violence. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, we're asking you, I like it more and more.
All right. So the other one, colder. All right. The one is better, but two is good too. This one not hitting around the other one. All right. And now look, that's why I only play the other one. You did. That's why I just want second. If you look at the gap, let me show you the whole screen. So this is the thumbnail. This was the first song. This is something to do tomorrow. This is Trinashi Twitter space. This is funny. I'm gonna do that one tomorrow. Then I had this one last. So this was so look how far it was from this one. So yeah, because like I said, I know it sound like more of a like a chant. like more like a chant, like a war cry. It wasn't like a song. So I didn't see it as a song. I seen it more like a war cry. But I thought it was interesting. That's why I didn't get rid of it. But I deleted like all the other competing songs. Carlos Magus. All right. So yeah. But this right here, this live right here gonna be funny as hell. It's short, 40 minutes, but Turk Nasheed roasting a bunch. Look at all these damn tethers. Roasting a whole bunch of tethers. And I wanted to get this Africa this video out the way. Reparations. It took forever because just bad scenarios. Yesterday I was sleepy as hell. And then earlier that day, I was sitting down. I didn't who thinks to look at the damn outlet? Outlet was red. I didn't know. So my laptop died and couldn't charge it. So hopefully they fix that sometime soon. I'm gonna check it tomorrow. I was wondering why nobody was ever in there. Like the seat, because usually the seat is taken, you feel me? But it's like, damn, nobody taking that seat. I'll take it. Now I see why. The damn outlet doesn't work. The first one got that warrior beat. I like them both, but I prefer the first one. I thought so. Let's go.
We fight, we really fight. From the red that was.
Hey, if y'all knew how to add, the lyrics, adding lyrics, that takes a while, man. That takes a while to add lyrics, yo. The lyrics. But I'm gonna do it not tonight because I won't. I'll wake up. It'd be crazy. I won't get any sleep. That's how long it takes. So I'll just wake up tomorrow, whatever time, 6, 7, and just put the lyrics and upload it tomorrow.
We fight. We really fight.
Burn his brass, carry right. Timothy. Our inbred fighting causes these debates, so pride take over a reason. Fact that it is our lineage and Pan-African was a movement. Now our movement is debating with our lineage. Well, the base will never go away. The base it's gonna always be there. You know why? Because we might you and I, Telvin Jones, you and I might have we might have a discussion, have a meeting, right? And the meeting would be, okay, should we link up in a park? It's gonna be very nice outside, like 85, clear skies, sunny, big park. We can get permits for that, or we can rent out like a gymnasium or an auditorium, right? I might be set on the auditorium, the in-house, because of the AC, because I'm just an AC guy. You like outdoors, okay? You see, now it's going to be a debate, but it don't have to be bloodshed. Just I'm arguing for indoors, you're arguing for outdoors, and then we eventually push that debate to the public for those who are going to be attending. Say, hey, which one you guys like? 85 outdoor, sun shining, or indoor AC, that type of vibe. And we will campaign in front of the lineage why my idea is better than yours. Like, so that's never going to go away. Debates is always going to be here because two people are going to have good ideas. Like, look at the two songs. The two songs. One was, and what's crazy? What if you heard the second one first? Because they're so different from each other. Had you heard the second one first, you might have been stuck. And I played it over and over and over and over. You probably stuck on that one. But debates ain't going nowhere. Debates are normal. Debates are civil. It's very human. It's a human thing. It's an evolutionary thing to do. It's pleading your case, pleading why this idea should be expressed, should be practiced over competing ideas. It could be something like it could be about birthdays. It could be about trick or treating. Hey, let's go this way to this neighborhood. And I might say, nah, this neighborhood better. Or what time we leave. Nah, let's leave as soon as it get dark. 6:30 Eastern time. You can say, nah, let's leave 8 o'clock Eastern time. You feel me? But that ain't going nowhere. As long as they're clean, respectful, and professional, debates will be here forever. Right. And I always say that Donnie, it's the highest form of communication. It's the highest form. I got all my eggs lined up. I got all my eggs in the basket, all my ducks lined up. And it works. It really works. Like, yo, so many jobs I had, Donnie, where I'm in the dead wrong. Where I'm in the wrong. Because I know how to debate. I'm in it right now. You dig? They give me time to concoct some stories. Shit, I'm over here making sense of my wrongness. All right, Harrison, just go back and yeah. Now, that's if there's any wiggle room. I will present like if you're gonna get me without me thinking of something. But don't let me mess up and you give me the whole shift to think about that. Or I'm gonna come with a package for you. See, supervisor, I did that because yeah, I'm gonna have a whole compelling bullshit reason why I made that mistake.
We fight, we really fight. From the red that was, it was, it was, it was around once.
So wait, before I play the song, Telvin said Africa had nothing to do with creation of Pan-Africanism. Yeah, that was an American thing, but Africa is the reason why there's a Pan-African. Telvin, if they didn't sell us, they wouldn't be a guy in America saying Pan-African. So Africa still is responsible.
We fight, we really fight. From the red that was, it was, it was, it was around once, but let on the rise. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary wars, civil wars, civil wars, it's about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary wars, civil wars, civil wars, it's about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary wars, civil wars, civil wars, was about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary wars, civil wars, civil wars, was about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did they ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. If it's all love, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil wars, was about rights, we living our rights. We fight, we really.
Yeah, let me send the link to Telvin because I kind of understand what he's saying a little bit. Like if that's the angle, I kind of get the angle where he could possibly be coming with, right? And he wouldn't be wrong, right? He wouldn't be wrong if he's coming with a certain angle. But I just want to make sure it's that angle and not the wrong angle. So tell me if you're free tonight, you click the link, and if not, we'll talk another day. But if you're free tonight, click that link, and so I can see which angle you're coming with. Jaquan, peace. Yeah, so if you're free tonight, I know it's late, and then your family probably sleep. But if you can't make it tonight, then next day. But you said Africa doesn't view themselves collectively as one continent. So that's false. We hear American identity with the continent. Now I ain't gonna lie, that sounds like Pan-Africanism, right? When you said they don't see themselves as one, I disagree. I disagree. I say Africa indeed see themselves as one. But if you can click that link, I can prove it to you. All right. But you say that African, like I can easily prove that Africans see themselves as one. Okay. I can easily prove that. Like, for example, family, the braiding store. Does this say Senegalese store? Braiding store? Does it say Nigerian braiding store? Does it say Ethiopian? Does it say Zimbabwean? Or does it say African braiding store? Okay. You see how they don't delineate? Don't they say African food? Don't they say you niggas are not American, you're African like them? So I disagree. They do see themselves as one. They say that the European countries are exploiting Africa. They don't say my country, my tribe. They say the Western powers are uh, exploiting Africa, Africans. Okay. So I can easily prove they do see themselves as one. Matter of fact, they call themselves, since you didn't click the link, you probably, I know it's late, but they call themselves, Telvin, African. Okay. They say I'm African. They say we Africans. Don't matter which country they're from. They say we Africans. Now, the ones who don't think like that, I believe, are the Eastern Africans, like the Ethiopian and Sudanese people. They're not going to say they're African. They're going to say they're Sudanese, Ethiopian, Eritrean. Like they're very consistent. But you'll catch those West Central Africans say they're African. Okay. We're okay. So let me all right, cool. You don't have Zoom? That's okay. That's why Zoom provides phone numbers. I got you. Okay, right now you're saying I'm wrong. Okay. Got you. Now you know I'm the clip king. When I say something, I could prove it. I don't know why people challenge me, but okay. Tell them must be new here. There you go. There you go, Tubby. You don't have Zoom, no problem. I have a phone number. Okay. You must be new here, buddy. There you go, Telvin. That's the phone number and meeting ID. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, cool. You said they go to phone number. Tell them the phone number because yeah, you're definitely coming off, but I could be wrong. But that's why I don't want to judge you. I don't want to judge. That's the phone number. That's the meeting ID. Okay. And let me get some clips ready for you. He said, only talking to American? Wow. Okay. Click that link, buddy. I mean, call that phone number. This is going to be an easy way to prove my point. Hmm. You said they say that, huh? Okay. I got you. Telvin, can you stop typing and start calling? Thank you. Yeah. Shoot. That's the Cash App handle in case anybody want to donate $1 or two. It is. But Telvin, I don't hear a phone call. 210. Okay, call in. Let me play one video. You said only Americans call it Africa. Why is this up? Close that. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you for calling the number. All right. So before you call the number, you might want to watch this though. I mean, call the number, but you might want to watch this though. I'm gonna throw you something. Okay. If I could save you some time, I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna throw you this right here, my friend.
She referred to the African braiding salon as the Africans did my hair, or I went to the Africans to get my hair done. And that thread on Twitter just opened the door to another unnecessary fight between Black Americans and African people. So the main issue here.
So she said Black Americans and African people. So Tevin, she's gonna sound like you, but she's gonna contradict herself like you. Because she said Black Americans and African people. So she named everybody all one African. Watch this. See, you guys confuse yourselves when you say, "Hey, don't call us all African, call us by our country name," but then you'll call yourself African. Watch this.
Is that African people felt that
African people felt that what?
it was disrespectful and not right for people to be referring to the African braiding salons as the Africans. And
But you just said it. You said African people felt like. What's the difference?
also African people felt like, why are you referring to us as the Africans when Africa is a continent? It's not a country. We all come from different countries.
That's how Telvin sounded. But she just said Africans a bunch of times to refer to everybody in the continent. But go on.
At least refer to me by my country of origin.
Hold on. And that's why I pointed out the contradiction 2 seconds earlier. All right, hold on. Let me get Telvin. All right, hold on. Telvin, let me get your name in there.
Hello?
Yeah, 1 second. I want you to finish watching this video and then give me your thoughts on the video. So 1 second.
And also African people felt like,
as an African person,
So I did 2 seconds earlier. She said also African people felt like. So she called everybody African people. And she's African, by the way.
like,
as an African person, I understand.
See? As an African person,
Listen, hold on.
Yeah.
Because she said that the war was between African people and Americans, right?
Her opinion,
right?
yeah. Yeah, her opinion, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I said, yeah.
Okay. Now, in Africa, on the continent of Africa, what war do you know of is between Africans and Americans, Black Americans? There is none. That war that she's talking about is here in America only. Like when they protested the hair salons, that was here. That protest didn't go down in Africa on that continent. All African and American war diaspora, all wars that identify as African diaspora wars only take place here. And those wars ain't really wars. They only debates. They're only like, you know, conflicting
Can you hear me?
ideas.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm not a tether. I'm straight from San Antonio, Texas. So let's get that out the way. I'm straight. I'm straight from the front line, so we can get that out the way. I live on the front line. I'm straight from down south. I'm straight from here. I went to Judson. I'm born out of Santa Rosa. I'm indigenous San Antonio, Texas. I'm deep down south. So I'm not a tether. You know what I'm saying? We Comanche down here.
Right,
you heard?
Slow down.
Yeah.
When America goes to war, is the war ever in America, or do America bring the war to those people, wherever they may be?
America don't war with black folks on this land. Those wars that we speak of are not physical bombing type wars.
Do you want to answer my question or no?
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that's what you're asking me.
No,
so
that's not what I asked
me
you,
again,
bro.
so make sure I can hear you.
Yeah, please. When America goes to war, listen what I'm saying. Didn't they just blow up Iran nuclear sites?
Those wars took place in Iran. That's what I'm telling you. It's a different. We're not talking about.
Hold on.
We're not. When you're talking Pan-African.
Slow down. God dang, this guy, I got to mute him, man. God dang, you don't want to shut up. Oh my God, I got to mute you. I'm responding to you saying those diaspora wars only happen in America. They don't happen in Africa, so therefore they don't count as wars. And I'm pointing out America, when they go to war, is never in America, but it's still a war. So they usually go to where their ops are at and blow up their ops in their homeland. It's still a war. So like I'm debunking your logic and what makes a war. Just because it don't happen in Africa, it only happens in America. It's still a war. Just like if America goes to Iran or Afghanistan, it's still a war. Whether they don't got to come to America. They can't come to America. Still, like we can't go to Africa. There's no reason to do it. We don't flee. They flee. So they have all the reason to come to America, just like America got all the reason to go to Afghanistan, Iran to pick a fight. But it's still a war. So you can't minimize it. As a matter of fact, they call it a diaspora war. That's their terminology. I never heard that thing until last year. But you come off mute, like you were just starting to babble. You didn't answer the question, and then when I played this video right here, this video low key cooked you because you said that Africans don't call themselves Africans; they call themselves by their country. So anybody could pull up his chat. So this video cooked you. So I'm gonna finish playing the video. She's gonna keep calling herself. Now she said it herself. She said, don't call them Africans. It's disrespectful. Africa's a continent. There's countries, but meanwhile she keep calling herself and them Africans. Listen.
Where African people are coming from.
Where African people are coming from. She just told us to don't call them Africans because they come from countries. Africa's a continent, so call them from the country that they reside in. And she just said where Africans come from. She keeps calling them Africans.
And how they feel like their voices are not being heard. They're expressing themselves and they're saying that, listen, we don't feel comfortable with this. At least call us this instead. Why are you referring to us as the Africans when Africa is a continent? It's not a country. We all come from different countries. At least refer to me by my country of origin.
You see? But she never did. She kept calling them Africans. So that I debunked you with that one. You said they don't call themselves Africans. You said they call themselves from the country that they reside in, and you said only Americans call them Africans. She's from Africa. She was calling them Africans. That's one out of a gazillion videos I got. But I was trying to save you time. That's why I played that video. I was trying to save you time for calling in. But you gotta unmute yourself. I don't know if it's star 9, pound 9. I don't know. You gotta unmute yourself. Yeah. The chat funny as hell. Pambo Kelly. The mulatto tether. Yeah, unmute. Tell me, you gotta unmute. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, Tevin says she agreed with him. I don't know if he's really watching the video. Yeah. Right, America's a continent. Uh yeah, Melvin, you really lost it, bro. And yeah, this is what happens when people now Melvin probably is a cool guy, loving father, husband, son, all that, brother, sibling, cousin, uncle, he's all that. But Melvin is, at least tonight. Tonight he's not that good at listening. You know, just for time. Maybe he worked overtime. Maybe he had too much to drink. I don't know. But Melvin, just for tonight, isn't listening. She did not agree with you. And somewhat, some point she did, but then she contradicted herself. She kept calling them all together Africans. How is that agreeing with you? You said only Americans call them all Africans. She's African, calling them all Africans, including herself. So that actually debunks you, brother. I don't know where you think she agreed with you from, but you were babbling, and that's why you couldn't hear what she was saying. She contradicted herself like 1,000 times in that video. I don't know how you missed it. Yeah. I don't care what she did. Okay. Yeah, but we gotta care because you said that only Americans call Africa Africa. And we do. Because they call themselves Africans. When it comes to America, I mean, like, family, do you know a person from Africa who didn't say they were African? They all say they're African. I don't know why you playing that game. Like we're not gonna lie. Like, which African don't say they African? Like Africa. Yeah. Carrie. And I said, Telvin is probably just, like I said, tired, maybe sipping on a little something, and he couldn't get it. But you see, I was trying to talk to him. He was talking over me. Like he didn't want to learn or see where I'm coming from. He just was all over the place. But I appreciate him for calling in, like he said he's gonna do. So Telvin, tomorrow morning we could revisit this. He's still saying they don't call themselves by the continent. All right, okay, cool. You want another video? All right, watch this. Here's video number 2. Okay, Telvin. They don't call themselves by the continent, right? Okay. Here's video number 2. Um, okay, I think I'm gonna throw this one out there.
Them to slavery as opposed to seeing it as, first of all, why do you believe the white man's history so much? I went to boarding school in Cameroon, and I learned that one of the tactics that they used to get Africans in the slaves in the ships,
one way to get Africans in the ship. She's from Africa. She didn't say Ghanaians, Malians, or Burkina Faso. She said one way they used to get Africans continent in the ship. So she was calling people by their continental name. She's African, and you said they don't do it.
Get Africans in the slaves in the ships. They stole.
How you get a continent in a ship?
Them literally. They would what's the word? They would come to the chief and say, "Hey, we just need a couple of men to work for this X amount of time," and those men would never come back. I mean, there were so many different sneaky ways that they got people away. Do you think Africans were proud?
Do you think Africans were proud? Telvin, it's okay to say you're wrong on this one.
Okay, so
I would have sold everybody.
I would like to say something as well.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead, Rashad.
You have the women of die home. They had, if I remember right, walk around called the tree nest because the spirits would come back their tactic. Where
is
Zora Hurston is one of the
thought of Black Americans that it was because of maybe their sacrifice that Africans were able to come to America.
The sacrifice Africans were able to come to America. Telvin, why is the third African calling all of people of Africa Africans? Telvin, can you explain why he just called Africans African? Why? How can a continent do that?
Africans were able to come to America, and I decided their sacrifice that Africans were able to come to America, and I disagree with that. I disagree because Black Americans, just as my brother here, Ovie, stated, they did not participate in my effort to coming to America. The same experience they had, we have same experience. They were our brothers. They were kidnapped. We did not sell our brothers. We never sold them to anybody. We were kidnapped, and they were lied to. Their descendants were lied to that they were sold. No, there was no money there. We did not exchange them for anything. So they were kidnapped, brought to America.
So tell me, do you believe that too? Do you believe that we were never sold? We were kidnapped? You're on mute, bro. Yeah, you got to press *9, #9, something like that to continue talking. But I didn't want to mute you, but you just kept talking. You wouldn't be quiet. Jaquan said I couldn't stand one word. White people, all Africans, when they talk, they be sound like malfunctioning robot. He said to America a million times. Okay, tell me, maybe I'm totally misunderstanding you at this point. Okay. Yeah. But he said Africans though. He said, forget about America. You said that they don't call themselves African. You said they refer to themselves by their country name, their country origin. Okay. Peace, Tasco, the CEO. So Telvin, maybe I'm totally missing what you're saying. Wait. Let me try to get you unmuted. Hold on. Wait. Hey, Telvin, hang up and call right back in. Call that same number. Call right back in. And I'm just going to hear you out. Don't babble, bro. Just make your point very clean and sharp and then stop. Okay. But if you can't unmute yourself, just hang up and call back in. and let me hear you out fully, because either I'm mishearing you or you're just too sleepy. First class citizen. Hey, okay, so we got new folks in here. Let me play the song, the new FBA song that there's two versions. The chat likes this version better. And Melvin, you might want to hang up and call right back in.
We fight, we really fight. From the reality wars, civil wars, civil wars, civil rise, around once but little on the rise. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary wars, civil wars, civil wars, it's about rights, but little on the rise. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary wars, civil wars, civil wars, was about rights, but letting our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary wars, civil wars, civil wars, was about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary wars, civil wars, civil wars, was about rights, but living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did they ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. If it's all love, then why did they ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil wars, civil wars, was about rights, we living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more.
All right, Tubman. So maybe I was misunderstanding you. Can you start from the beginning when the thing about African and American? I probably misunderstood you, bro.
I never said African American. What I was saying is, listen to me. All I'm saying is, okay, like these wars that we supposed to be having with Africans, the diaspora wars on that continent, Africa, on this continent, America, right? Two separate continents. Over there on the east, that continent, they're not talking like that. They're not holding these conversations me and you are holding. They're not. Here, we're holding those conversations only. Diaspora wars, anything, even calling them Africa or who call who Africa. That's me and you talking about that. You do understand that, right? I'm not having that conversation with an African. I'm not. Or somebody from Ethiopia or Kenya or Nigeria or South Africa.
Are you saying that Africans in Africa are not publicly saying bad things about Black Americans in Africa?
No, unless they heard
Okay.
her somewhere online or something.
Okay. All right.
Not
There you
just
go.
freely, not just coming out just saying, "Oh, I hate
Okay.
them American," and because what
Really?
Americans are they having contact with just to be having it with?
No, that well, they
Are
tell you.
they really mad at you? Are they really
Telvin,
talk to you?
to Telvin, let me answer the question, bro. You can't ask a question and keep talking. They're saying they're getting it from TV. Okay, so they're saying they're watching.
Exactly.
Wait. Okay, wait, but that's worse.
Exactly. They're getting it from TV. They didn't get it from you. They got it from TV.
Telvin, can you be quiet so I can talk now? Because you're talking over me now. Okay, and you're starting to be annoying a little bit.
Hate being wrong. You hate being wrong, dog. You hate being wrong.
Wrong.
That's all it is. Yeah, you just answered your own question. You just said they got it from TV. They didn't say they got it from an American. They didn't say they got it from Telvin. They didn't say they got it from you. They didn't say they got it from any of our brothers and sisters.
Is this guy
they say they
dumb?
watch that shit on TV and form their opinions. That's what they're saying. That's all they're saying.
So how can you form an opinion about 43 million people because of a TV show you watched? Does that make sense to you?
They can't. They can't. You letting that affect you over here. You heard some shit that they read on TV, and then you ran with it and started saying shit over here.
I don't know if I'm missing this.
Based off of what you heard them say it on TV, or found out that they heard something on TV. You let that form your opinion.
Yeah, but then they coming over here practicing.
When you didn't go to Africa and hear what they had to say about Americans over there, did you?
Hey, Telvin, I don't need to. I'm hearing them say it while they're in Africa.
You hear them saying it while they in Africa, but you sitting up there believing somebody who said they got it from TV. You believe in that.
Well, that's what you...
Come on, dog. That sounds crazy. If somebody told me they heard something about me from TV, I'll laugh at them.
Yeah, but...
I don't care what they say about me on TV. I don't even care what the system say about me, and they got a background check on me.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. For real?
Yeah.
And they claim to know me. You telling me that a cop that rides around my neighborhood knows me just because he rides around my neighborhood. And he forms all kinds of stereotypical shit on us every day. And I'm supposed to believe that he know me. A dude that never spent 2 seconds with me knows me. Now we're talking about somebody on the other side of the ocean saying they know us over here.
Telvin, I don't want to meet you. Okay.
You're a joke.
Telvin. So that same person... Man, can you be? Damn, you that dumb? You can't listen now. I mean, I'm letting you go now. I'm trying to respond, and you
now I gotta be dumb, and now I gotta be dumb, and you know you won't see me. You know you won't see me, dog. You'll run and mute me. You won't really see me. So don't call me dumb. I ain't called you dumb. I'm just laughing at you.
Yeah, right. So
don't call me dumb because you don't know nothing about me.
Well,
you don't know nothing about me, dog. I'm telling you, I'm checking you straight up like the man. You gonna talk to me like a man, don't call me dumb. I told you, I'm straight up FBA, and I'll punch you in your throat, dog, for real.
No. We don't believe you're FBA, my boy, at all. Okay, you became a tethered defender, and that's not something FBAs do. So no. And matter of fact, like, I'm totally confused. He made a bunch of claims. He said if the guy's riding around calling them names, he said it doesn't affect him because he doesn't know him. But that's called slander. That's called slander. For a guy who doesn't know who you are, he's riding around town and spreading rumors about you. Or maybe in your business. If you own a business, he's saying your business is shitty. You know what I mean? Or he's lying, saying your business did something didn't do. Nobody takes that lightly. Now, he just said, watch this, family. I called him dumb. Now, and he got offended, but he just said if the guy was riding around his neighborhood, called him dumb, it wouldn't offend him because he don't know the guy and the guy don't know him. Or, bro, I don't know you either. So why are my words hurting you? You just said that people call people names, but they don't know them, so it shouldn't bother them. I called you dumb because you are, and it bothered you. So see, you contradicted yourself again. It shouldn't have bothered you, right? It's just words, and I don't know you. I really don't know how dumb you are, right? But apparently I do now. Like, you are really dumb. That's why that bothered you. Okay. That was oh my God. Another, yeah, these guys be hilarious, yeah. These guys be online. This is like the fourth, you know he's a tether. Let me take his wrench because I know he's a tether. This is what tethers do. They all become super Mayweather, Terrence Crawford fighters. They all become, hey, say it to me in person. It's like, dude, you just said you're in Texas. That's why I said you're dumb. You just asked me to say it to you in person. You're in Texas. I'm in New Jersey. You're dumb. That is dumb. You're telling me to say something to you in person. I'm in New Jersey. You're in Texas. That's a dumb statement. And what would it change? Like, does it, okay, let's say if I called you dumb and let's say you threw me across the room and I broke my leg. Does that make you not dumb? Does that make you smart now? Because after I break my leg, I'm going to still yell out, you still dumb. Like, let's say you look like Debo and you like throw me across the room. I'm still going to call you dumb. Like, yeah, I got my ass kicked, but you are still dumb. What changed? No. You said name calling ain't weak. You said if the guy riding around town called you names, look, let me play it back. Call you dumb. She keeps saying all
to coming to America.
Okay, like these wars that we're supposed to be having with Africans, the Africanists, two separate continents, are wars, and
saying bad things about black.
Unless they heard her somewhere. Oh, I hate them Americans having it with.
To Telvin, let me getting it from TV. Wait,
you?
Because you're talking over me now. Wrong.
From TV. They didn't say they got it from an American. They didn't say they got it from Telvin. They didn't say they got it from you. They didn't say they got it from any of our brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Is this guy
they say they watched that shit on.
So how can you feel you watched?
Over here. You heard some shit that they read on TV, and then you ran with it and started saying shit over here.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm missing this.
Based off of TV, you let that form your opinion about Americans over there, did you?
And I'm going to get to it. Watch
you
this.
Said they got it from TV. There's something they say about me on TV. I don't even care what the system say about me, and they got a background check on me.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
So now he don't care what anybody say about him. But I called him dumb. He cares what I say. Okay, hold on.
For real?
Yeah.
And they claim to know me. You telling me that a cop that rides around my neighborhood knows me just because he rides around my neighborhood. And he forms all kinds of stereotypical shit on us every day. And I'm supposed to believe that he know me. A dude that never spent 2 seconds with me knows me. Now
I don't know you either. I never stayed 2 seconds with you.
Now we're talking about somebody on the other side of the ocean saying they know us over here.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, he lost me. But family, I don't take light of nobody talking shit about us across the ocean, in our homeland, in California, in Massachusetts. No, I don't take that light. And by the way, buddy, the Jewish people got a phrase is never again. It's never again. It's never again for a reason, family. So Telvin Jones is just an old fool. Just an old fool. And like you say, he's from the South. He's scared of white supremacists. And that's his issue. But we have a never again phrase either. Okay? I mean we have one as well. It's never again. We're not going to let nobody say anything about us, and we don't respond. Period. Because you know what happens when you don't respond? those chants take form. When people say, "Oh, those Black Americans are dirty, they're savages," well, you don't respond to that. Those chants, those racist, anti-FBA talking points, they take a form and they take action eventually. The form could be a politician. The form can be a council member. The form could be the judge. The form could be the DA. No, buddy. No, sir. The form could be the banker that's going to give you the loan or not. It could be your employer. No, 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 no. We're not letting anybody disrespect us. Nobody's getting that pass. And that's why people think you're a tether. Well, no, you might live in a country and you got that mixed up too. You can't trace your lineage to slavery. So, you live in a country, you came through Ellis Island. Okay, big deal. Or your father did. Yeah, okay. That don't make you foundational though. We got who just walked in here. Oh, Chef Shut 22 and is in the building. What do you mean 6% of what? He said, but he over here arguing over them calling themselves African. That was your argument. I never cared about that. Hey, Burners Brasby funny. Hey, Telvin, you out there tethering in Texas, bro. Hope you ain't driving trucks. They cracking down on those unlicensed tethers that could barely read English signs. So I hope you know what I mean, stay off those roads. Okay. Telvin, stop it. Both of my FBA grandparents serve in WA2. You welcome, Tevin. Aki Betha, how come you don't got a wrench? Yeah, Telvin, bro. Listen, man. I'm glad you called in. You made my night. You made it funny. But dude, I had you call back in to try to explain why you called in the first time. And you called in the first time because you were saying, like, you didn't move the goalpost 1,000 times. You said Africans don't call themselves African. I played a video of an African calling herself an African. Like, that was supposed to be done and over. Like, all right, done and over with. All right, unbiased. You got it. She did say it. Okay. Well, then you could say, well, most don't. I don't know what stat you would get that from, but what poll you research to know that, he's saying they don't call themselves Africans. I played 3 videos and Africans call themselves an African in each video. So you would think he'd be like, all right, man, you got it. Nope. He said, you're wrong. And the goalpost just moved and moved and moved and moved to the point where we like, okay, I see the problem here. Dude, you're African. You are African and you know what I mean? You're team African. Whatever. So goody. Peace, bro. You posted your video, my video on your Facebook. Hell yeah, thanks for that. Pinky. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, you crashed out for no reason, but we don't put that past Africans. Yeah, tell me. And another thing, man, like be ready. You want to call in tomorrow morning? Cool, but be ready for a dialogue. He gets on and start preaching again. Like damn. Then he said, man, don't call me dumb. I said, well, shit, you basically did that to me. Oh no, I laughed at you. Why you laugh at me? I'm not saying anything funny. I'm rebutting what you said. So laughing at me is that come on, I'm black. I don't know what culture you're from, you're cosplaying, but when you're being serious and a FBA laugh at you, that's not cool. That's usually disrespect. Especially when y'all disagreeing, and it's my, that's FBA culture. We're disagreeing. It's my turn to talk, and you laugh. That's calling what I'm saying dumb. Okay. I keep better say I'm riding on tethers to Port Mall. Hey, Telvin, man, brother, stay out those damn rigs. Stay out those Texas trucks, my boy. They're gonna pull you over, and you'll be in a chat from Venezuela. You'll be in a chat speaking Spanish from Venezuela, buddy. Or what's the other African country? Eswatini. You want to be African so bad, you probably are, but you'll be in Eswatini, bro. Dancing around for those damn white folks. But thank you for the content. You were very funny though. All right. Anyway, Telvin. Oh, you're still on here? Right, you could no. Tomorrow, Telvin. Call him tomorrow. Let me get you off here. It's late. I'm going to bed. But I'm gonna play the song one more time, and then we got it. Telvin, stop it. Call in tomorrow.
We fight, we really fight. From the reality wars, civil wars, civil wars, civil rise around, once but let on the rise.
Telvin, you just pulled your card. You said hate being wrong over here in America. Telvin, where else would I be wrong at? I only ever lived in America. Unlike you.
We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil war, civil wars, it's about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil wars, it's about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did the diaspora war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil wars, was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil wars, was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all love, then why did they ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. If it's all love, then why did I ask for a war? If it's all love, then why isn't it love you're asking for? If it's all love, then why aren't you practicing it more and more? If it's all love, then we're asking you act like it more and more. We fight, we really fight. From the revolutionary war, civil wars, was about rights, we're living our rights. We fight, we really fight. If it's all up, then why did I